Graveyards, places of quiet reflection, serene yet unsettling. They hold a strange allure, drawing the curious and the brave after the sun dips below the horizon. But beware. Beneath the veil of night, graveyards transform. The comforting silence morphs into a symphony of whispers, the rustling leaves echoing with unseen secrets. It's in these dark hours that the veil between our world and the next thins, allowing spirits to wander freely. Foolish are those who dare trespass, for the graveyard at night is a playground for the unknown. Don't be fooled by their daytime tranquility. When darkness falls, graveyards reveal their true nature. Myths about graveyards are as old as time itself. Stories whispered from generation to generation, each more chilling than the last. They speak of restless spirits unable to find peace, their tormented souls reaching out from beyond the grave. Legends warn of ghostly apparitions, their hollow eyes reflecting the moonlight, their icy touch draining the life force of any living soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. These are not mere stories but echoes of ancient truths, reminding us of the sanctity of these resting places. Some whisper of portals, hidden within the weathered headstones, gateways to realms beyond human comprehension, places where time and space twist in on themselves, and the living can become irrevocably lost. Whether rooted in truth or fabricated in fear, these tales serve as a dire warning. Respect the dead and never ever disturb their slumber. 4 friends, young and invincible, scoffed at the warnings. They stood at the rusted gates, emboldened by youthful bravado and a bottle of cheap liquor. A dare had been made, a challenge to spend a night amongst the tombstones. They laughed, their voices echoing in the stillness, oblivious to the shadows lengthening around them. The full moon, a watchful eye in the inky sky, cast an eerie glow upon the weathered headstones, each one a silent sentinel guarding secrets best left undisturbed. The leader, a cocky teen named Jake, stepped through the gate first, his bravado a thin shield against the growing unease. One by one, his friends followed, their laughter dying in their throats as the iron gates clanged shut behind them, sealing their fate. The night was young, but for the 4 friends, it was about to become an endless nightmare. The air grew heavy, thick with an unseen presence. The silence, once peaceful, now pulsed with an unnatural energy. Whispers seemed to emanate from the very shadows themselves, chilling the friends to their bones. A sudden gust of wind swept through the graveyard, swirling fallen leaves into mini tornadoes. It carried with it the scent of decay, a pungent reminder of the graveyard's true nature. The friends huddled closer, their bravado crumbling in the face of the growing terror. Then, a blood-curdling scream shattered the night. Emily, the quiet one, pointed a trembling finger towards a towering oak tree at the edge of the graveyard. There, hanging from a gnarled branch, swayed a dark figure, silhouetted against the moon's pale light. Panic seized them. This was no game, no childish prank. Their playground had turned into a hunting ground. Section 5. A desperate flight. They ran, their hearts pounding in their chests. Each ragged breath amplified the terror that clawed at their sanity. The darkness seemed to reach out, grasping at their ankles, trying to trip them, to hold them captive in this unholy place. The once familiar pathways lined with ancient headstones became a labyrinth of fear. They stumbled blindly, desperate to escape the clutches of the graveyard and the horrors it held. But the shadows seemed to stretch and twist, disorienting them, herding them deeper into the heart of the graveyard. They were trapped, prey in a macabre game, their laughter replaced by gasps of terror. The only sound louder than their pounding hearts was the chilling laughter that echoed behind them, spurring them onward in their desperate flight. They didn't dare look back, but the echoes painted a terrifying picture in their minds. Footsteps, heavy and uneven, followed relentlessly, each thud a death knell to their dwindling hope. The whispers intensified, swirling around them like a malevolent vortex. They spoke of despair, of suffering, of the endless void that awaited those who dared disturb the peace of the graveyard. The temperature plummeted, a bone-chilling cold seeping into their very souls. Their breath appeared in ragged puffs, each exhale a testament to their dwindling time. The graveyard was toying with them, savoring their terror. They pushed on, their bodies screaming for rest, their minds begging for reason. But the graveyard's grip was relentless, its hold on their sanity absolute. A flicker of hope appeared in the distance, a small chapel nestled amongst the ancient oaks. Its stone walls, weathered but strong, promised sanctuary, a beacon of light in the suffocating darkness. They stumbled towards it, their last reserves of strength fueling their desperate sprint. The heavy oak doors loomed before them, their iron hinges rusted and unyielding. Jake, his bravado replaced by raw fear, pounded on the doors, his voice hoarse from terror. "Help us! Please let us in!" But the only answer was the mocking echo of his own pleas, bouncing off the cold, uncaring stone. They were alone, utterly alone at the mercy of whatever lurked within the graveyard's depths. The night stretched on, an eternity of terror. The friends huddled together, their backs against the unyielding door, their eyes wide with fear. The whispers never ceased, the echoes never faded. As the first rays of dawn pierced through the darkness, the graveyard fell silent. The shadows retreated, the whispers died down, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. The friends, battered and broken, stumbled out of the graveyard, their youthful arrogance replaced by a profound and chilling understanding of the realms beyond our own. They never spoke of that night, but the experience marked them forever. The laughter was gone, replaced by a haunting silence. Their eyes held a distant look, reflecting the horrors they had witnessed. The graveyard had claimed a piece of their souls, a reminder that some lines are not meant to be crossed. Remember this tale, you who dare to tempt fate. The graveyard is a place of shadows and secrets, a thin veil between our world and the next. Heed the warnings whispered through generations. Respect the boundaries between the living and the dead. Do not mistake silence for peace, for the graveyard sleeps with one eye open, waiting for foolish souls to stray too far. When darkness falls, turn away from the allure of the graveyard, for within its gates lies not peace, but the promise of an encounter you will never forget, and one you may not survive. The graveyard is a place of stories, yes, but remember, sometimes reality is more terrifying.